Welcome to another edition of Litter Media Live on Litter Media, of course, here on Facebook. I'm Dan Ramey, and in studio with me are two lovely individuals who it's unique to see them just sitting here because they're movers. We have with us Keanon Montgomery and also Molly Day. Thank you for coming in today.
Thanks for having us.
They're with the Incognito Running Group. You may have seen them running downtown. That's how I learned about them. We'll tell you more about what they're doing in just a moment, right after this from McDonald's.
I was looking for a first job. I had been babysitting and decided it was something for a little more permanent. It pays very well. It's convenient. You can make your own schedule with the flexibility. That's something that I like. The people that I work with are great. I wouldn't ask for a better crew or management team to work for.
And you probably wouldn't ask for a better team to run with. Incognito Running Club. Let me tell folks what I was telling you just a moment ago, Molly. Last Tuesday, I'm driving through downtown Chillicothe about 5:30, and I see this pack of people running down the sidewalk, and I'm like, my first thought was, did I miss an event of some sort? My second thought was, is there something they're running from? But you're running to something, and that's to an end goal, right?
Yes.
Let's talk about your running group and where it all started and how you got this together.
So Keanon and I have been running together for, more than that?
Quite a
years,
bit,
probably.
yeah.
And we've talked about starting a group together for probably that whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Get a little closer to that microphone.
Sure.
There you go.
And so really what made us decide to start the group was a year ago in October, I believe, there was a woman in Memphis, Tennessee, Eliza Fletcher, who was taken while running, and she was killed. And so it really started out as like a safety thing. We just wanted to make sure that everyone had someone to run with. And it has turned into so much more than that. We've all been motivating each other for almost a year now, and it's been great. And it's so cool to hear that you saw this huge horde of people coming at you, because we started out with just 6 people.
Yeah.
And now on Tuesdays, there's upwards of, almost 40 people sometimes.
Yeah.
So that's
I
awesome.
lost count, and I
Yeah.
thought to myself, there must be 30, 35 people here
There were, yeah.
running
Yeah.
down the street.
Yep.
So what have you been hearing from other people like myself who have been spectators?
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely have.
What are they saying?
So I've heard that people thought, oh, is something wrong? Like, do I need to be running as well? But then
Yes,
I think,
you do.
Yes.
yeah. But yeah, it's been cool. We actually had a guy who saw us running through Central Center. When was that? Like a month ago, I believe.
Yeah.
And he hopped in.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, he
So
got
why
out of
didn't
his
you
car
hop right
and
in,
like
is what
hopped
I
in.
wanna know.
I was in my car. I would
He
have
was
been
too.
chasing you down in my car.
Yeah, I was like, where did we pick him up at? And then it was just like, he told us, he was like, I was driving down and my wife dropped me off and I just picked up the rest of the miles.
How
Yep.
about that? That's
was
pretty
awesome.
cool. People run for a variety of reasons, and I used to run when I was younger. But I know people my age and older who are running, and you said you've got someone that's in his 70s now?
So, Steve, if you're watching this, I'm trying to get you to come on Tuesdays. Steve goes to our gym, CrossFit Incognito, and Steve is in his 70s, and he is probably faster than both of us.
Yeah.
He just hasn't quite made it yet, but yeah.
I think he's done some like ultra running, so anything
Yeah.
like over 26.2 miles.
Yeah.
And yeah, he literally just keeps moving. Like, he's great at the gym. He would be great if he would come on Tuesdays. So
Look at us calling him out.
yeah.
The first public call out of Steve.
That's right.
I know with like the Buck 50 and all, every weekend it seems there's a 5K or something going on, a fundraising event. You guys are doing this every week. You probably run more than that one night, don't you, personally?
Yeah.
Too.
We went from 1 day to 4.
Yeah.
So
On Tuesday nights, it's going to be starting 6 p.m. starting next week. We meet at 50 West, and we're so grateful for them for dealing with us sweaty runners all summer.
Yes.
We meet at 6 p.m. We run about 4 miles, but we will adapt that as needed. I've definitely run/walked like a mile with people if they need it. You don't have to come out and run 4 miles. So we do, that's our main one. And then Thursday mornings at 5 a.m. we meet, which I know is crazy early. And then Saturday mornings we have Happy Trails, which is our trail running group. And that's at, different places, Great Seal, Buzzards Roost. It changes weekly. And then on Sunday mornings, we have what I call my baby. It's called Pace Builders. And it's for people who are a little too intimidated to do the Tuesday night run and are kind of starting out or just want to get a feel for it. And we do interval running. So we'll do 30 seconds of running, 30 seconds of walking for about 2 miles. Yeah.
See, that's me.
Come.
Yeah, come on.
Running and
Sundays
walking,
at 9.
catching my stamina back, and then trying to go again.
And that is the
You ought to
best
see me
way.
on a Friday night at a football game.
Yeah.
I'll jog here and there to wherever the play goes.
Yeah.
But then it takes me a while to catch my breath.
All right. Just
best
building up
part-
that stamina.
I think the best part of it is we've seen a lot of people, it's like, I'm intimidated to come on Tuesdays, and then they come out, and, like, I've seen people run paces they never thought they would, like setting, like, new 5Ks, like, new 2-mile paces, like 1-mile paces. It's been great. It's just been a great experience seeing the growth.
And I think one thing I noticed when I saw your group running, there were some people walking in the back and someone, I think, pushing a stroller as well. So you can kind of go at your own pace, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And you don't have to even walk or run. Yesterday we had some girls on rollerblades.
Oh, is that right?
I mean, as long as you're moving. And then Karen Landrum, who is with CrossFit Incognito, she doesn't like to run, and that's okay. But she rides her bike with us. So, do what you got to do. Just get out and move with us.
Now, you've been running most of your life.
Yes.
And you started running 10 years ago, was
Yeah.
it?
29. Yeah, I was 29 when I started running.
Your motivation was?
My daughter. I didn't want to be a dad that couldn't get up and do things with her, so I was just like, I'm going to pick up this running thing, and then it's kind of just consumes you. So
And what's kept your motivation going?
Same for me. It's my children. I have 3 kids, and they keep me very busy, and I want to be able to do everything that I can do with them. So, yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Happy to hear that. I recall when I ran in high school, we ran a 5K one time, and I wasn't used to running that kind of a distance, and I decided I wanted to walk for a little bit. I couldn't stop. My legs kept moving. Have you had that experience?
Oh, sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
We ran a 16 and a half mile race a couple weekends ago.
Yeah.
And it's like one of those things, like you have to keep moving. No matter, we walked, we ran, like you just have to keep going. Like your body's like, nope, just keep going.
Yeah, it's the weirdest feeling.
Yeah.
Because, my upper body stopped, but my legs kept going, and I'm like, this looks odd, so I'll just keep going.
Yep.
But you get to that end goal. If someone's watching and hearing about this for the very first time, how do they catch up with you?
You can message either of us on Facebook or on Instagram. We're Incognito Running Club, and we can help get you started. Everyone is invited. That's our number one thing. So Tuesdays at 6 p.m. If you're just getting started, though, on Sundays at 9 is that Pace Builders that I was talking about, and that's usually the best thing for people, I think. We meet on Riverside Street, the Floodwall Access parking lot. 9 a.m. on Sundays. So.
9 a.m. It costs you nothing to do this.
Yeah.
Nothing at all.
And it's the incognito, not the intimidating running club.
Not at all. No. That is our main thing is we don't want people to think that you have to come out and be running like, a 9-minute pace or anything like that. That's just not what running is about. And I don't think that people really get that when they first come. They think that we're trying to get you to run fast. And no, we just want you to move with us.
Yeah. And really, I think in all aspects, you're challenging yourself first.
Yes.
Eventually, after you start building a pace and you want to keep up with somebody, you start, and then it becomes you against the clock. There's a wide varieties of ways that you can do this.
We, like, during Buck 50, this past year at Buck 50, we took it, like, really serious, and we started, like, training, like, November.
Yeah.
And we saw the best times that we've ever had during that. And then other people we saw having the best times they've ever had. Like, we didn't stop running no matter what. I think we've canceled a Tuesday night run one time, and that's because it was icy.
Yep.
And then other than that, if I can't be there, if she can't be there, we have other people that will take the reins that's been there since the beginning. So
And that's been cool, too, is seeing just the friendships that we've made and the partnerships. We've even had international friends come, so that's been cool. Our friend Adrian from Canada, and then John is from the UK. He just found us on Facebook. He was here on a work contract, And yeah, it's been awesome.
I just talked to him yesterday. He told me
I
he
know,
got
you guys are
home, and I
still
was just
close,
like, yeah,
yeah.
we're still talking.
It's incredible. You just started doing this, and now you're reaching out across the
Yeah,
world.
yeah.
So.
We have like our runners at almost every like 5K. We have a ton of them that's going to be doing the Chris Stengels, the Yodi in Tar Hollow, and like was it like 2
just
weekends?
A few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come.
So, and we highlight everybody that usually does races, or it's great. We're a very like we build you up community.
Yeah, and a close knit community too.
Yes.
Yes.
You have to be, because you kind of carry each other along. So, anything we've missed, you wanted to make sure people knew.
Not that I can think of, no.
Don't feel intimidated. Come out,
Yeah,
join us.
we're nice, I promise.
Yes.
They are really nice people. You know, I've only met them just this morning. So, thank you again for coming in. Thanks for what you're doing and getting our community moving.
Yes.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thanks for having us.
All right. Keanon Montgomery and Molly Day. I'm Dan Ramey. We've got our daily show coming your way in just a moment, so stick close for that here on Litter Media.